themselves, yeah, about the profile and the dance.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Ya, kita mulai aja. Ya, maybe start now.
Mr. Sridhar, I like those class.
Just need some coffee and then on.
Good morning, everybody. First of all, let me say Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Salam.
And hope everyone of you are all right and healthy, even for the situation. And we pray it will be better for the next time. Good morning, our distinguished guests, and also all of the participants who are joining for this webinar this morning. Especially for the principal, teachers, and also the lovely students for both of the school who are spending time to join us. Well, first of all, we want to inform you to rename your name with a special code like this. Those who are from SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta, please write and rename Smada, teacher, or student, and also your name. Jadi kepada Bapak Ibu Guru maupun siswa di SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta, mohon berkenan untuk menuliskan Smada, kemudian teacher atau students, kemudian nama. And we also cordially request you to write for the Candor International School, Bangalore, to write Candor, teacher or students, and your name. We hope that it will help us to communicate easily if there is idea or question on a room chat, and it will be answered by the speakers for the next session. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, kindly take your seat, and the opening will commence shortly with a traditional dance performed by Intan Sukisni from SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta. Time yours.
Unmuted. We can't hear. We can't hear.
Ibu, you're on mute. We are not able to hear you, Ibu.
Okay, thank you very much. That's all about the traditional or welcome dance performed by Intan Sukisni from SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta. And the next program is about SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta profile. So time yours.
We'll start. Yeah. Wishes. Wishes speech first.
Yes,
Oh, they are starting.
yeah.
SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta merupakan salah satu SMA terbaik di kota Yogyakarta yang terletak di Jalan Bener, nomor 30, Tegal Yogyakarta. Sekolah ini bertujuan untuk
Mohon maaf untuk kesalahan teknis. Sebentar kita akan menyaksikan tentang profil SMA 2.
SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta didirikan pada 17 Juli 1965. SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta merupakan salah satu SMA terbaik di kota Yogyakarta yang terletak di Jalan Bener, nomor 30, Tegalrejo, Yogyakarta. Sekolah ini bertujuan untuk unggul dalam IMTAK dan IPTEK, di mana siswa dididik untuk menjadi cerdas dan berakhlak mulia, serta siap berkompetisi dalam dunia global. Saat ini, SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta memiliki 2 jurusan peminatan, yaitu IPA dan IPS, di mana siswa dapat memilih sesuai dengan bakat dan keinginan mereka. Salah satu keunggulan dari SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta adalah budaya ramah tamahnya, atau yang kerap disebut dengan 5S, yaitu senyum, sapa, salam, sopan, dan santun. Untuk menunjang berbagai kegiatan dan kebutuhan, SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta dilengkapi oleh berbagai fasilitas, di antaranya joglo, laboratorium, pojok komputer, perpustakaan, musola, greenhouse, kantin, dan lain-lain. Untuk memberikan pembekalan dan pengalaman bagi siswa SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta di masa yang akan datang, SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta memberikan berbagai pelatihan ekstrakurikuler, di antaranya pramuka, pasukan inti, teater, orkestra, palang merah remaja, basket, futsal, dan lain-lain. Usaha dan tekad yang baik pastilah akan menghasilkan suatu penghargaan dan prestasi. Seperti pepatah, siapa menanam buah pasti akan memetik buahnya. Begitu juga dengan SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta. Untuk mewujudkan semua itu, tentunya diperlukan usaha yang keras dan pantang menyerah. Sekian dari kami, dan inilah kami, SMA Negeri 2, Yogyakarta.
Thank you very much for the attention. That's all the profile of our school, Upper Secondary School Stage Yogyakarta, or SMA Negeri 2, Yogyakarta. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the next program is movie clip of Candor International School, Bangalore. So you will see the clip. Time yours.
Selamat pagi. I'm Vishta Giridhar, an IBDP1 student at Candor International School, Bangalore. And it is a pleasure to perform here representing my school. I would first like to thank Mr. Didik, Ms. Virstuti, and Ms. Kavita Sinha for giving me this wonderful opportunity. The dance I'm going to perform is known as Pushpanjali in the South Indian classical dance form called Bharatanatyam. Pushpanjali, in Bharatanatyam's native language, Tamil, directly translates to flower offering or folded hands full of flowers. Given in its meaning, it is an offering of flowers to Hindu deities and is the first of 6 sections in a Bharatanatyam dance performance. It is the salutations to the Lord of Dance, Nataraja, the Guru, the musicians, and the audience to seek blessings and to start every performance with gratitude and on a good note.
Okay, dear participants, that's all about the speech of the representative of the student of Candor International School, Bangalore. Now we will have the following program. Here we will have the first speech from Ibu Dr. Anda Istitriase as the representative of our Upper Secondary School Department Yogyakarta. So we hope Okay, dear participant, can we give a virtual hand clapping? It's very good dance, okay, and we are so impressed with dance performed by the student of Candor's International School of Bangalore. Well, the next program is the speech, and the speech will be delivered by All right, dear participants,
Ibu
we are
maaf
sorry
ya,
for the missing info because
Ibu,
Play
we will
the
give to Candor International School.
yeah.
Time yours.
Ma'am Kavita, you could play the school song, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you very much for the performance given by the students of Candor International School, Bangalore. And I'm so sorry for the missing info before. And now we will have the following program. The next program is the first speech will be delivered by the representative of Upper Secondary School Department, Yogyakarta. So time yours for Ibu Dr. Anda Istiqyase.
Thank you. Yeah.
Wait.
Dear Head of Candor International School, Bangalore, India. Dear Head of SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta. And there is Mr. Rafi, special, and distinguished guests and students from Candor International and SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. We hope everyone is healthy and happy during the condition of a pandemic COVID-19. We are representative of the Department of Youth Education and Youth Sport Special of Region Yogyakarta. Appreciate the effort of SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta is establishing a partnership with the Candor International School, Bangalore, India. Together, they are opening up to each and other, sharing and exchanging knowledge related to their respective learning program and profiles and its advantage. Friend relationship are also increasing. The globalization era with revolution 4.0 demand that all have a new paradigm in all, including in the world of education. For this reason, this is a very important moment. We hope that this collaboration can open the mindset of teachers and students to be more advanced in learning. Finally, we wish you all the best for participating in this webinar with enthusiasm. Keep maintaining health protocol during the COVID-19 pandemic. Healthy and happy greeting always. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam, Bu. Terima kasih.
Thank you very much for Ibu Dr. Anda Istiqyase as the representative of Upper Secondary School Department Yogyakarta for the speech given. Ladies and gentlemen, the next program is opening remarks by Mrs. Wirastuti Kendase, SPD, Master of Accounting, is the principal of Upper Secondary School State Yogyakarta. Time yours.
Thank you, Bu Ari. With all respects, Ibu Dr. Anda Istiqyase, the representative of Educational and Sport Department of Yogyakarta Province, the supervisor of SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta, Bapak Aris Prianto, the Dean of Candor International School, Dr. Sridhar, the Principal of Candor International School, Mrs. Kavita Sina, the Director of TIU UPS International, Bapak Raffi Makija MBA, the teachers and staff of Candor International School, teachers and staff of SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta, and my beloved students. Good morning. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First, let's thank to Allah who has given grace and health for all of us, so all of us can join the unforgettable Zoom meeting. It's very great, unforgettable. Thank you very much for all. So this Zoom meeting, this great Zoom meeting entitled School Collaborative Opportunities. Thank you very much for Bapak Raffi Makija. You already becomes like a bridge, ya, link between SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta and Candor International School. Thank you very much. And bunch of thanks to Mrs. Kavitasina already welcome us, yeah, to be the partner because you let us to know more about your school. Yeah, you let us to know or to learn more about education for our students. Dear participants, some reasons why we like to collaborate with Candor International School. The first one, based on the vision of SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta, stated that the students are expected to be able to compete in global era. So we prepare them to be ready to get their best future. So to increase their knowledges, to get many experiences. So we prepare for this. The second one, we are learning more about how to be good educators, how to be good teachers. So we are ready to be a good teacher for all students. The next reason is I do believe that Candor as international school, you already have many tips, many experiences, many knowledges, how to make the students prepare their best future. The next reason is we'd like to make our students to get more knowledge, more experiences, because they are students as young generations will continue the senior ones. When they get experiences, especially about culture, so they will understand, they will appreciate each other. So hopefully for the next future, they would participate or take part in the world peace. The last one, the last reason is we'd like to make the collaboration, yeah, or to make this meeting to be a good opportunity for us to be a sister school. For this, all of us, teachers, staff, and students of SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta are very, very delighted when those happen. Thank you very much. That's all. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, dear participants, thank you very much for the speech delivered by Mrs. Virastuti Kindarse, SPD Mastrava County, as the principal of Upper Secondary School, State 2, Yogyakarta. Right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the following speech will be delivered by Ms. Kavita Sinha as the principal of Candor International School, Bangalore. Time yours.
Good morning. Thank you
Morning.
for this opportunity where I would take 2 minutes and thank Mr. Ravi for getting this collaboration done, our distinguished minister from the Education and Sports Department, the principal of Smother 2, the upper secondary principal, our master of ceremony, who's doing a very, very efficient job in translating and letting us know what's happening, teachers of Smother 2 and Candor School, and the lovely student. This collaboration is definitely a key point of the word when we say, let's go global. Today is a very, very important day in the history of Candor and Sman too. Both these schools have taken a vow to help each other, grow with each other, and share the best practices between the school. So I'll take you through the Candor International School's vision. I think so. It's the first Indian green school. So Candor very proudly talks about it because we are the first school in India who's been accredited platinum status in being a green school. When we say a green school, we also mean that the material, the infrastructure, whatever we have used is actually helping to reduce the level of pollution and is adding to making the environment green. We have our organic farming. We have a lot of flora and fauna in our campus. What's the vision of Candor International School? Our vision is to love of learning through lifelong inquiry, respect for diversity of people, faith, culture, and ideas, concern for community at all levels, integrity of thought, speech, and actions, openness to adopting the best models, transparency of standards and practices. When we say this is our vision, what do we mean? We mean that we believe in a very, very peaceful engagement, making students lifelong learners, and that's what is our mission. Candor International School aims to nurture lifelong learners who, through respect and intercultural understanding, technology, creativity, collaboration, and an active engagement in community service, become citizens of the world to contribute and make a difference to their generation. When I say this is where I want Sman to actually collaborate with us, because this is where we want that intercultural understanding. I'm aware, my students are aware that we do have a lot of rich culture in Indonesia. And our history says that somewhere 200 years before, Indonesia, India had close connection when it comes to culture, when it comes to history. I want the students of Candor International as well as Sman to grow and learn about it. They should share their experiences, their knowledge, and they should engage themselves with the help of technology to grow and learn about each other. Now, what is the curriculum which we offer here? At Candor International School, we are an IB accredited school. We have IB primary years program, which is from preschool to grade 5. I'm trying to give you all the curriculum so that you can understand what we do in our school. We are also accredited to Cambridge Assessment International Education, and grade 6 to 12, we have IGCSE A-levels, and in grade 11 and 12, we also have IB diploma program. When I say this, I'm trying to say that our curriculum may be different, but our subjects, the way it is taught, if Sman too and Candor would like to have, some kind of exchange in our science projects, the projects which we do, the kind of community service we do under the IB diploma program, that could be something which we could discover and we could work together to give the students exposure about how community service is done in Bangalore and how it is done in Indonesia. Because children are aiming at the same level of university. I'm sure at Sman too, even this grade 12 students are aspiring to go to higher level educations in US, UK, and even at Candor, they are aspiring to do this. So together they can learn about the community service, how we should plan, how we should do. Our tagline at Candor is preparing for life. That means we very well balance our academics with extracurricular activities. These are the different sports, arts, performance. Our football team, very renowned. We really, really encourage. I have the photograph of the boys team, but we have a very good girls soccer team also. A basketball, I mean, we are moving into, you can say, district level, state level in basketball. There I told you about a soccer team. These are our tiny tots taking a round, trying to discover with the slogan, peace begins at home. And these are little ones doing some activity which we call it as know your school and spread the peace. These are our field trips. We do take our students out for field trips. One side is happy students because we believe in happy, smiling students having the food in the cafeteria, and there's pottery on the other side. A school is known for its academics as well as extracurricular, so I would like to share this news with Smada too, our new partner, sister school, that we have had excellent results this year. And we have had IBDP, that is diploma toppers, with excellent points. If we convert them into percentage, more than seven students out of 22 had got more than 95% marks. Our median score was 37, that is 87%. Stop the presentation. Just stop the presentation. This is just a small snapshot of what the school is. But now where can we collaborate? The area where we can collaborate is art, culture, and sports. We can start with these three areas and then move on and do more exchange on science projects, on community service. And Candor is a school which believes in open-mindedness. We will look forward for any kind of help, suggestions, any kind of collaboration with Smada 2 needs, any kind of, direction in training teachers. We will slowly build this up because this is the first baby step which we have taken. And I'm looking forward to a good collaboration with stronger ties and where we can impact each other positively. This is a great opportunity, and I once again thank the minister who's taken time off to deliver and has given us this opportunity. Also to Mr. Ravi Makija, who's taken this step to bring two schools together and where ideas can be shared. My dean, Mr. Sridhar, who actually initiated this. I take this opportunity to thank all the teachers, students who have actually put this whole program together. Thank you, and let's celebrate this collaboration. Thank you. This Tom.
Of Mrs. Kavita Sinha as the principal of Candor International School, Bangalore. Thank you very much for the presentation delivered.
Just close it.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we will have the next presentation will be delivered by Mrs. Wirastuti Kindarse, SPD, Master of Accounting as the principal of Upper Secondary School State to Yogyakarta. Time yours.
Thank you, Bu Ari. I'm very impressed with the presentation of Mrs. Kavita Sinha. So all of us or are very happy today because get to know about Candor International School. Yeah. School collaborative opportunities. As I stated, it's very important, and today is unforgettable meeting because we have great opportunities to meet or to get to know more about Candor International School. SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta uh, state is located in the center of city of Yogyakarta. Yeah, SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta has vision. We prepare the students to be an excellent student, to be smart student, but they have belief and science, technology, smart, lofty and superior surroundings, as well as ready to compete in global era. So that's why, based on this vision, we'd like to collaborate with other schools, especially schools from abroad, because we do believe that the students will get many experiences and knowledges, especially for today with Candor International School. And unavoidable that the students will improve their skills in English. Yeah, because Candor is an international school. For this, all teachers, all staffs of SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta are learning and learning how to be good educators, how to prepare the students to get their best future. SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta has 958 students divided into two programs, 22 classes, science classes, and 5 social classes. Each classes has 36 students because that's the policy of government, that each class no more than 36 students. And we have 53 teachers and 19 staffs. For nowadays, because of or during the pandemic, it's like all schools in the world, I think, or maybe in Candor International School. Now all students have distance learning. Yeah, and last March we had international webinar with Mr. Rafi about distance learning, because we are it's like and want to know more and more about best practice, the best teaching methods. Yeah, because to make the students to make the students enjoy their activity during the lesson. Uh, because still distance learning, we only provide one period, 30 minutes. The class starts at 7 and finish at 1 o'clock. Yeah, so every day we have 5 days in a week. So Saturday and Sunday they are off. Yeah. But although the pandemic, so many students, especially the extracurricular, the students are very active to make activities, to make programs. Is like last Sunday, the students conducted a webinar. It's about entrepreneurship. So the students invite the businessmen how to be a good entrepreneur for the students. Yeah. And how about the curriculum in SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta? As I said, there are two programs, science and social, and the curriculum we implement in our school called Curriculum 2013. So in curriculum 2013, the students have to take 16 subjects for
10th
the
graders,
10th
and then
graders,
15
and then
subjects
15
for 11
subjects for
graders,
11
and
graders,
15
and
subjects
15
for 12
subjects for
graders.
12 graders.
And for nowadays,
And for nowadays,
distance
because
learning,
distance learning,
of course,
of course,
the
it's like
science
the
students
science students
cannot
cannot
attend the class
attend the
for
class
science,
for
especially
science,
when
especially when
they need to
they
have an
need to
experiment
have an
and in
experiment and
laboratory,
in laboratory,
because the students
because
are not
the students
to
are not
come.
permitted to
So for
come. So
experiment,
for the
experiments,
experiments,
still
still
learning
distance
with their
learning with
teachers.
their teachers. Okay.
Uh,
Okay, the next,
the next
yeah,
one.
the next one,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
Believe that after seeing about the facilities, the infrastructure about Candor International
so
School, so
it's not like the
it's not
international
like
school
international school
provide about the
provide about
facilities and
the facilities and
infrastructure.
infrastructure.
But then the previous one,
The previous one,
yeah, the previous one,
yeah, the
sebelumnya.
previous one, sebelumnya.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
sebelumnya.
No, sebelumnya.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, SMA Negeri
Yeah,
2
SMA Negeri
Yogyakarta
2 Yogyakarta
provides the
provides
best
the best
facilities and
facilities and
infrastructure for
infrastructure
the students.
for the
Next.
students.
Yeah, it's about
Yeah, it's
we
about
provide
we
or we
provide
have a
or we
spacious
have a
and
spacious
well
well
fertilized classrooms,
fertilized classrooms,
libraries. Now we are
libraries.
renovating
Now we are
libraries
renovating
to make
libraries
a better
to make a
library
better
for the
library
students
for the students,
because
because
there are
there are
more than 900
more than
students.
900 students.
And we
And
provide
we
also
provide also
playgrounds, yeah, for the
playgrounds
students, and
for
then
the
well
students, and then
equipped
well equipped
laboratories, yeah,
laboratories,
biology, physics, and
biology, physics,
chemistry.
and
And the
chemistry.
next one,
And
the
the next
facility
one,
is
the
study
facilities, study
tables, chairs,
tables,
furniture,
chairs,
and utilities
and
such as
utilities such as
electricity, and etc.
electricity, and etc.
And we provide
And we
also
provide also
the games
the
equipped
games
and
equipped
assembly
and
area,
assembly area,
well
well
maintained sanitation
maintained
facility,
sanitation
and then
facilities, and then
sport
sport
facilities.
facilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next one.
The next one.
Got the next one.
Okay, got the next one.
Next. Now we are not the next
Now
one.
we are
The
not the
previous
next
one. Yang sebelumnya.
sebelumnya.
Sebelum.
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 Yeah. Yeah. Now we are talking
Yeah,
about
now we are talking about
student
the
achievement.
student achievement.
Yeah. Thanks to God that this
Yeah,
year,
thanks to God that this year,
the students,
the students,
the senior students
the senior
get the
students
second rank
get the second rank
for university
for
enrollment
university
test. Yeah.
enrollment test.
In
Yeah,
Yogyakarta province,
in Yogyakarta
number 2,
province,
and then number
number 2, and
30
then number
in
30
Indonesia.
in
And
Indonesia.
for the academic,
And for
so
the
many
academic,
achievements
so many achievements
reached by the students
reached by the
related
students
with art,
related with art,
culture, languages,
culture,
and science.
languages,
And
and
for
science.
nowadays, we are
And for
preparing the
nowadays, we are
students to
preparing
take
the
the
students
competition,
to take the
although
competition,
in
although
distance learning
in distance
related
learning
with
related
art,
with
culture,
art,
and
culture,
science.
and science.
Okay, next.
Okay, next.
Yeah, the next one.
Yeah, the next one.
Next.
Next.
The next one.
The next
One
one.
more. Sorry.
One more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ano?
Yeah. Ano?
The previous one.
The
Sebelumnya.
previous one. Sebelumnya.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, Mr. Rafi or maybe Mrs. Kavitasina would like to know
Would like to know
about collaboration
about
that
collaboration
we'd like to have
that we'd
with
like to
Candor
have with
International
Candor
School.
International School.
If permitted by the Candor
Permitted
International
by the
School,
Candor
if
International
permitted by
School,
the
if
Dean,
permitted by the
Dr.
Dean,
Sridhar,
Dr.
the Dean of
Sridhar,
Candor
the
International
Dean
School,
of
and
Candor
if
International
permitted
School, and if
by the
permitted
principal
by
of
the principal
Candor
of
International School,
Candor
Mrs.
International
Kavita
School, Mrs.
Asina.
Kavita
So we'd like
Asina. So we'd
to
like
have the link
to have
to
the
be
link
the
to to have a students exchange. Yeah, so because some of us or maybe many of us are interested to come, so hopefully that the condition gets much better. So if permitted, and then if we are lucky, so we'd like to visit the Candor International School. And the next one, we'd like to have a collaboration about the teaching learning process. If the Candor school agree with us, so we'd like to have teachers from Candor International Schools that will teach the classes in SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta. For instance, mathematics teacher or English teacher or maybe biology teacher or physics teachers or many others or the other subjects would like to join or would like to be the guest, yeah, would like to be the distinguished teacher for our students. I do believe that the students would be very excited. Many benefits will get. So the first one, of course, about English, yeah, because you are speaking English every day, yeah, and as you know that English languages is a foreign language for us, yeah, not for the first, but for the Indian, I see that most of you are speaking English for daily life, yeah. It's like when I visited in some universities in December 2017. So all lecturers or students or staffs, yeah, so are speaking English. So that's why we'd like to make the students improve their skills, not only in listening, speaking, reading, but also for writing. And the next one, we'd like to collaborate about teaching methodology. So I do believe that as an international school, Candor has so many experiences, has so many knowledges, and you already has you already have many best practices how to be good educators, how to educate with different backgrounds of students. Because I believe that as an international schools, you have many kinds of students, yeah, from many countries, from many backgrounds. So you are good, yeah, in educating the students. And the next one, Mrs. Kavita Sinas said that it can be collaboration about culture. So we'd like to collaborate also about art, culture, or maybe sport. Yeah. And as Mrs. Kavita Sinas said that, and already remind us that actually India and Indonesia has a good relationship. Yeah, already started in many years ago. Yeah, the merchant or I mean the visitors to Indonesia. So we see that so many cultures because diversity in Indonesia. Yeah, the cultures of some islands or the buildings or I mean the architects in Indonesia actually are influenced by Indian culture. Yeah. So that's why we'd like to know more, to study or to share about art, culture, and sport. And I believe that it's not impossible or it's possible, yeah, if God let us. So we may have it's like not competition, but it's like for friendship, yeah, about sport. One day we don't know, yeah, but if Allah let us, our students, yeah, the students of SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta would visit the Candor International School related with sports or art or culture. As I said in opening remarks, that why we like to collaborate with Candor International School because by collaborating with international school will enrich the experiences, will enrich the knowledges, will enrich I mean the life, yeah. It's like a process.
for our students. Because by appreciating each other, by understanding each other, so it will be a good harmony among us. Yeah. So later in the next future, and then as young generations, our students would build much better relationship with other countries, especially India, especially Candor International Schools. And I do believe that the collaboration will be done by students. Of course, they will not get in a class, yeah, but by doing, yeah, they will get experiences and knowledges. Next. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Already provided, it's like 2 schools, yeah. But all of us are impressed with the Candor International School. And one day, I believe that when Allah let us, all of us would like to have is like the learning teaching process, or maybe the building, or about the experiences or the knowledges that the Candor International School has for now. Yeah, so that's why if the Candor International School let us to be the partnership, to be the sister school, yeah, we warmly welcome. So we are very excited, we are very delighted for this, and I do hope that we have, or we make a better relationship. So I believe that it will influence in many kinds of aspects of life, especially the students of SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So now, yeah, I hope that Mrs. Kavita Sina, as the principal, would like to welcome us, would like to receive us as a partner, as a sister school. So we make we make good collaboration. So we are best because this is the first sister school for SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you very much for the presentation delivered by the principal of SMA Yogyakarta. Ladies and gentlemen, today we will also give time to the representative of the Students' Council to give brief presentation about the student activities. It will be delivered by Ananda Adelia Karimisa and Gabriela Shine. Time yours.
Student Council.
Thank you, Ma'am Ali. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ananda Adelia from Senior State High School of Yogyakarta 2. As shown on the screen, I will showcase you the Student Council organization of our school, also known as OSIS Eka Manggala Smada Bakti. This organization consists of daily coordinators and 10 subjects with 1-year term of office. During this period, the OSIS Manggala Smada Bakti management carry out various work programs. For example, the Islamic competition held for junior high school students of Yogyakarta. The World of Tolerance, consisting of many articles regarding numerous acts of tolerance posted on our school Instagram account. Next is entrepreneurship webinars, which provide online skills and entrepreneurship training by inviting various resource persons. We also have Indonesian Independence Day celebration. This activity aims to commemorate Indonesia's Independence Day, enlivened by fun competitions. We also have Smada Research Competition, intended for students in grade 10 to 11. Smada Sports Week, comprising of sport and e-sport competition for senior high schools in Yogyakarta. Smada Social Day, a social event held to build an empathic community in the school. Next, we also have comparative study, in which our school visit other schools to obtain lessons to improve the student council. Studium General, where we hold a webinar with school alumni. Next is World Health Competition, a TikTok competition to celebrate World Health Day. The next is Smada FM, a podcast that contains thrilling interviews with some students while broadcasting newest information in the school. Smada Anniversary, a celebratory event for the school anniversary. The next is Pentas Tunggal, a theatrical performance of students in our school. Smada Art Festival, an art festival performed by students and guest stars. Smada Digital Art and Production, a community for students interested in digital design, photography, and videography. Lastly, we have Smada English Podcast, which discuss thought-provoking topics aiming to enhance the students' English skills. That is all for me. Thank you for listening. I will now pass the presentation to Gabriella Shine.
Thank you, Ananda. Good afternoon. My name is Gabriella Shine from SMA N2 Yogyakarta, and I would like to present to you about the work programs of Saka Eka Manggala Smada Bakti, Supervisor of Student Council, or MPK. Here is the organizational structure of the Supervisor of Student Council. We have a president, 2 vice presidents, 3 secretaries, 2 treasurers, and 5 commissions. First up, we have OPREC MPK, or Open Recruitment for MPK. It is a program which intends to form the next generation of the Supervisor of Student Council. Next up, we have Open Recruitment Process. It is a program to form the management of the new Student Council for the next period. Students' Aspiration Box. It is a program which intends to accommodate students' aspirations, suggestions, and criticisms. VOS, or Voice of Smada Students, is made to re-examine on suggestions and criticisms with bridging between students and teachers. Online comparative study, adding and exchanging insights about work programs, leadership, and others. 3 months routine conference. Every 3 months, Supervisor of Student Council will hold a Zoom meeting with the Student Council, and then they will evaluate the Student Council's work program so that the Student Council can improve their performance. Supervisor of Student Council and Student Council donation. Supervisor of Student Council and Student Council work together to help people in need by giving them food. Workshop. It is to evaluate the influencing factors and obstacles faced during the tenure of Supervisor of Student Council. Next up, we have Smada Zone, giving information trivia about the school on Instagram. Supervisor of Student Council on social media provides information to Smada students through social media. Then we have Smada Norm. The Supervisor of Student Council provides information related to the rules in the Blue Book and the rules in SMA and Yogyakarta on Instagram. formation, training, inauguration of the discipline team and pastoral team. MPECA formed a special team to take care of Smiler Street. If someone violates this rule, that person will be dealing with the pastoral members. VOE, or Voice of Extracurricular. It is similar to VOS. It is an examination of the suggestions and criticisms about extracurriculars with bridging between students and teachers. Extracurricular exhibition. Introducing and attracting students to join existing extracurricular activities. Unfortunately, that is all the time we have here. We hope that this presentation was able to showcase our school organizations effectively. That is all from me. Thank you for listening.
Okay, dear participants, let's give a virtual handshake for it. Thank you very much for Ananda Adelia Karunisa and Gabriela Chandra for the presentation as the representative of the Student Council of SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta. Okay, the next program is we cordially request to Mr. Shambal Rafi Makija MBA as the director founder of TIEUPS International to give remarks and also information needed by us. As we know, TIEUPS is an organization of young and internationally experienced professionals who are passionate and committed to education, and all activities are related to the field of education internationally. So it will be shared completely. Time yours, Mr. Rafi, as the keynote speaker.
Terima kasih banyak, Bu. Thank you very much. Ibu, can you please allow me to share my screen if that's possible?
Okay.
Ibu, that's to my other ID, which is TIEUPS International. I have two IDs. One is on my laptop. Could you just give the access to TIEUPS, please, if you don't mind? Thank you.
Okay, time yours.
Ibu, I have another ID which I've logged as TIEUPS International, if you can give the access to that. In the meantime, a very good morning to all of you all. Firstly, a very warm welcome to Ibu Isti Triasi from the Education Ministry and Sports from the province of Yogyakarta. A very warm welcome also to Ma'am Tuti, who's the principal of SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta, to the Dean of Candor International School, Dr. Sridhar, to Ma'am Kavita Sinha, the principal of Candor International School, to the students and the staff. Thank you so much. It's a wonderful day today, as mentioned by the principals from both the school, that today the school from Yogyakarta, one of the reputed government school, SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta, and one of the reputed schools, a private school in India, Candor International School, are exploring the possibilities of collaboration between the students and the teachers, and as well as probably the staff. Honestly speaking, just to give you a brief overview, we at TIEUPS International, we started our activities in the year 2015 with the primary objective to enhance educational links between India and Indonesia. I think it is already mentioned by Kavita ma'am also earlier that India and Indonesia, they share a lot of cultural links between the two countries. If you go down to the history, the first university of the world actually does not come from the US, it does not come from the UK, but actually it comes from India, which is called the Takshila University. And also in the past, there used to exist something called as the knowledge route, where a lot of students, a lot of scholars, a lot of teachers, used to go to India to study. The reason because the first university of the world was from India. But then, unfortunately, what has happened is that the cultural links between India and Indonesia have persisted. But people in Indonesia, they don't know anything about education. I mean, I can tell you, I carry an Indian face, but I always wear batik, which is the traditional costume of Indonesia. And whenever I am in Indonesia, just by looking at my face, they would say, "Oh, you're an Indian." And believe me, they would start talking about Bollywood. They would start talking about the music, the films. So there's a huge cultural links between India and Indonesia. But when it comes to education, people have no idea. In fact, we had delegations in this 5 years of our attempt to collaborate between India and Indonesia. We had many delegations which have come to India. And I can tell you, when they came to India, they actually had no idea about what India was. The reason is why, because uh, other than Bollywood, other than the culture, what they feel India is that India is a poor country. Probably the pollution level is very high, and the crime rate is very high. Unfortunately, uh, that's a kind of a propaganda which goes on in Indonesia. But when we got the delegations from Indonesia to come to India, they were absolutely very happy to see the collaborations. And in fact, Ibu Tuti, as mentioned by Ibu Tuti earlier, that in 2019, in fact 2018, Ibu Tuti,
2000, December 2017, I think.
2017 or 2018, yeah, if I'm not wrong, 2017 probably. Ibu Tuti, along with 10 students, from Yogyakarta, from a different school at that time when Ibu was in a different school, they came down to India. And honestly speaking, they were not, they were a bit scared, I would say. They were a bit scared. They were not very sure what to expect from India. But I think somehow Ibu Tuti believed in us, and that's why she brought a group of students just to see. And that is the time when they could really see the kind of facilities, the infrastructure, the people, the English language country, and they could see a lot of similarities between India and Indonesia. I can tell you, India and Indonesia are probably two sides of the same coin, because we share a lot of aspects which are quite similar in nature. So that's how it started off. And that is where, Ibu Tuti has always been a very strong supporter for enhancing collaborative links between India and Indonesia. Other than that, we have also had many delegations, universities, ministry delegations which have come. Since I can now share my presentation, a very brief one, just to share with you all. So let me just share the screen. Yeah, I believe you all are able to see my screen now. Yeah. So basically, as I mentioned to you, that we started in the year 2015. There was a project from the Embassy of India called as Sahabat India, and they wanted to promote the culture between India and Indonesia. And we took up the initiative. Why not also promote, the Indian education? Again, going back to the olden age where, where we had the knowledge route. Or the first university of the world. So that's where we thought that India and Indonesia should also work in the field of education, and which was supported by the previous ambassador, His Excellency Gurjit Singh. And after that, we have been continuously receiving support from the Embassy of India in Indonesia. Our mission is, we are a private institution, and our primary objective is to promote brand India in the field of education in Indonesia as well as in the ASEAN region, basically to create more awareness about the knowledge road, enhance collaborative links between India and Indonesia. Honestly speaking, we have been doing a lot of collaborative links at the university level, but at the school level, we have done before, but it's still, I would say, still these are very new initiatives. And again, once again, I would like to thank Candor International School and also SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta for taking this initiative to explore what kind of collaborative opportunities which can be done even at the school level. And also, we also would like, our other mission is to assist the middle class families to seek quality international education at affordable cost. Just to inform ma'am Kavita and also Dr. Sridhar, the cost of education in Indonesia is quite expensive. the cost of living is quite expensive. Yogyakarta is the cultural capital of Indonesia, and I can say it's one of the most economical city, in Indonesia. But if you go to Yogyakarta, if you go to Surabaya, if you go to Medan, the cost of living is probably twice or probably even three times the cost of living in India. And that is where we feel that there has to be a lot of collaborative opportunities between India and Indonesia. So we have different verticals. We have collaborations, we have recruitment, we have education fairs we organize school visits, tours, and even training. And last year, because of the pandemic, since we couldn't do much of collaborative links, what we did is through online, we took an initiative to train the high school teachers. So along with the regional provinces, we have trained 10,042 teachers in the 28 provinces of Indonesia. When I say provinces, it means like the states of Indonesia. So Indonesia has 34 states or 34 provinces. So we work with the regional ministries, and we trained the high school teachers on how to teach online, because online was something very new to everyone, and teachers were finding it very difficult to do. So that's what we took up this initiative to train the high school teachers. And I would say God has been very kind. Things went very well. It was never expected. It just came up with an idea, and it just moved on as we moved. And we trained 10,042 teachers in the 28 provinces of Indonesia. Through collaborations, this is what we have been doing at the university level. And of course, we hope something at the school level also can be established. We do faculty development programs, credit transfer programs, internship, faculty exchange, visiting guest lectures, dual degree program, joint seminars, certification, webinars, entrepreneurship incubation centers, and many more. This primarily we have been doing more at the university level, but at school level, this is something we have started off last year. We have a couple of collaborations already ongoing, and this is another one which we are trying to explore. If both the managements of Candor International School and SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta can review and see the possibility of collaborating with each other. Other than that, just to inform Ibu Tuti, and probably I would just like to inform the other initiatives what we are taking to promote Indian education in Indonesia is, Ibu Tuti, currently, since we have the pandemic situation, there are 100% online bachelor programs atau S1 or master degree programs S2, which are offered in India online. Everything is online at very affordable cost. That is for Bachelor of Commerce. Bachelor means it's S1. So it's for the Bachelor of Commerce, Business Administration, and also Master of Business Administration, and also especially for the teachers book, Master of Arts in English, Economics, and that is something which is going on. In fact, there are many teachers who would like to continue their work while they are working. They also would like to enhance their I would say their degrees or their qualification. So that is something, thanks to pandemic, in a way, that these kind of possibilities are available. Other than that is the online English language training program, which probably could be organized for teachers and even for the students. And also, since last year, we did the training for the high school teachers. This year, since the pandemic is still ongoing, we will continue to do the training for the school counselors. So that's just a brief overview about us. And again, once again, I would like to thank the management of Candor International School, Dr. Sridhar, Ma'am Kavita, for this opportunity to explore the possibility of having a collaboration with SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta. Ibu Tuti, thank you once again, Bu, for your continued support. And and be assured, Bu, we will continue to work together to make sure that India and Indonesia can work together on many aspects in the field of education. That's all I'd like to say. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for your time, and really hope some meaningful outcome appears from this proposed meeting. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for the presentation delivered by Mr. Shambhala Rafimakija MBA, as the director founder of TIEPS International. And as we know that one of the purposes of this group collaborative opportunities is about sharing the teaching learning process for students and also knowing about cross-cultural understanding. So today, It's a good time and chance for us to ask some questions from the participant, and it will be answered and explained directly by the speakers. Well, so we will have the question and answer session. Can we see from the chat, or maybe we can ask directly, because I think we have enough time. What do you think? Would it be?
Yeah, please check whether some questions sent or not. If some questions we will answer it.
Okay, so for those who want to just write on the chat, please write Smana, teacher or students, and also type your name, and also maybe if there is a question from the participant of the Candor International School, you can also write Candor or teacher, students, and your name. But I think we have some time, what I mean is enough time to ask directly. So here is the speaker, Mr. Shyama or Mr. Kavita Sinha or Ibu Wirastuti, and maybe some of the students want to ask about the student activities of SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta. So Ananda and Gabriela will be ready to answer the questions. Is there any question from the chat? Or maybe someone want to ask? You can open your mic directly. We have a long time for it. Okay.
Is there any question?
Ibu, there's one question from Siti asking, when can we go to India?
Yeah.
I think the students are excited to go to India, but just let me inform that currently there are flight restrictions. There are no flights between India and Indonesia. Actually, that is one of the reasons why I am still in India. I'm supposed to be traveling back to Indonesia, but then there are no flights. So that's the reason flights have still not resumed. But what we heard from the Embassy of India, probably just a week back, that there is a possibility, it's not a confirmation, but there is a possibility that the flights might resume probably by the end of September, because the pandemic is still ongoing. Unfortunately, in India, the cases have again started to rise, even though let's hope it's not like before. And Indonesia, luckily, the second wave has been pretty bad, similar to India. But I think the cases have started reducing even in Indonesia. So as of now, we can't travel, but hopefully we keep our fingers crossed that by the end of September, probably there could be some travel, some travel facility possible between the two countries. So, Siti, I would say, it's nice to see that you want to travel to India, but I think you should just probably wait for this year. Probably next year you should be looking into it, because the pandemic is still around us. Thank you.
Yeah, Bapak Raffi. Yeah, all of us must be patient, because of the pandemic. So we can travel when the condition gets much better. Maybe in 2 years or next year, but we'll wait. Thank you,
Yes,
Pak Raffi.
thank you, Bu.
Question from some other students, from student of SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta. The question is to Pak Raffi. Scholarship for students in Candor, and then if there is any scholarship in Candor, what kind of the scholarship?
We do have scholarship. We do have scholarship for grade 11 and 12, IB diploma program, and even IGCSE. And we look at the percentage and we declare the scholarship. We also have scholarship from grade 6 onwards if they are boarders, right? Ninth onwards. We do have scholarship for grade 9 onwards. And scholarship depends upon your extracurricular as well as academic activity.
Yeah, thank you. The second question is, are the students ready to work after they graduate from Candor school, or they have to study to university? Yeah, that's the question from our student here.
Can you please repeat the question?
Are the students ready to work after they graduate from Candor International School? Yeah. So I mean, maybe the question from a student like this, do you think that the students of Candor International School ready to work after graduating, or they have to study, or they have to continue their study to the university?
Yes, they have to. They finish their grade 11 and 12. They start doing their application for universities in India as well as abroad. They have a lot of universities in India, engineering universities, commerce, and different courses like law, medical, they like to do in India. And around 80% of them move to places around the world. Once they finish their undergrad courses, then they start working. They have to finish university before they start working.
The next question, Mrs. Kavita, is there any government financial support for poor students in Candor International School?
The financial support is through the banks. We do have arrangement. There are banks which give financial support for Indian students as well as international students.
Thank you very much.
But Candor school fees is very, very reasonable compared to Indonesian international schools. If you compare Yogyakarta International with IB curriculum and Candor International with the same curriculum, same quality of teaching and learning, we are 1/4 of the price.
Thank you for the information.
Yeah, Ibu Tuti, if I would just add here, the first question was regarding the whether Candor International students, they look for a job. I would like to inform you and also to Ma'am Kavita and also Dr. Sridhar that in Indonesia, there are two kinds of school. One is the SMR, which is the academic school, and there's something called as an SMK, which is the vocational school. So what happens is that students usually from the vocational school, after finishing their grade 11 and 12, they usually go for jobs. And that's why the curriculum of the vocational school is quite different. It's more practical in nature compared to that of the academic schools. Just coming back to the question to the student who had asked this, that Candor International School is very much like SMA Negeri 2, which is an academic school. So most of the students, probably I would not say most, almost all the students would go to pursue their higher education and not look for a job. But after probably the bachelor or master's, they would look for a job. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Rafi. That's the same SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta, yeah, because most of the students, yeah, after graduating, of course, they would like to continue their study to the university, yeah, because not vocational school. Thank you.
I would like to add for the students who are asking this question that we do provide English as a foreign language and English as a second language extra support. We do have these courses.
I see.
And we can look at some online courses. We can collaborate on that.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to ask to Mrs. Kavita, yeah. So after the presentation of students, yeah, our students, and then after my presentation, is there a possibility for us between Candor International School and SMA 2 Yogyakarta have collaboration? Yeah, as I said, that maybe the teacher of Candor would like to be the distinguished guest, yeah, to be the distinguished teacher for our students. For instance, in English or in other subjects. Is it possible or not?
We will definitely work out the modus operandi, how we need to do, how to go about it. There is definitely a possibility.
Thank you.
So the next time we can have an MOU.
Yeah. Pak Rafi?
Yes, Ibu.
Is it possible? Yeah, because it's you are like a bridge, yeah, link or connect between Candor and SMA Negeri 2 Yogyakarta. Thank you very much. But you are the golden bridge, Pak Rafi. Yeah. But is it possible for us to have an MOU? Yeah.
Ibu, what I would suggest is that this is the initial meeting, as mentioned to you earlier, that this is the initial meeting. I'm sure, Dr. Sridhar, Ma'am Kavita, they have understood the school, probably the activities, and I'm sure they will have some discussion about it. And then I will continue to follow up with them and to see what kind of possibilities can emerge out of this. And once the possibilities are clear, I'm sure probably there has to be a formal MOU. But only thing is one request to Candor International School and also to Sman Agri Dua Yogyakarta. If in case we are going ahead with, God willing, it should go through. If it goes through and if we have an MOU, let's have a MOU with clarity. And that's the only reason why we mentioned what kind of possibility or what kind of possible collaborations each institution is looking forward for. And then we could have some time frame on the how to implement them. The reason why I would say that is, as of now, between India and Indonesia, when it comes at the university level, I think we have signed more than 500 MOUs. It sounds pretty good, honestly speaking, but unfortunately, most of the MOUs, it becomes like a sleeping MOU. It just becomes a piece of document having no meaning. So I would request you all that if in case we are going ahead with the collaboration and MOU is being drafted and agreed to, I think we need to make sure that it has to be implemented from both the sides. And this is everything for the interest of the students, for the interest of the teachers, for the interest of the institution. That is something, we need to keep that in mind. And there is no point having a meeting like this. After that, we sign the MOUs and then there is no response. So my sincere request to both the management is, if we really want to sign the MOU, then I guess our commitment to implement the same also should be there. That's my simple request. But Ibu Tuti, coming to your question, I'll definitely follow up with Ma'am Kavita and also with Dr. Sridhar, and I'll update you, ma'am, once I hear from them for the possibilities of the collaboration and also for the signing of the MOU.
Yes, before we move into the MOU stages, we need to have one round of, meeting with the academy chair of the school there, SMADA and Candor, to take it further. When we move to the MOU stage, we need to have the clarity of where we need to collaborate, at what stage, and how many hours of work, has to be done between both the schools. We want those details and then we can move.
So Ibu Tuti, again, as mentioned by Ma'am Kavita, is that when it comes to the academic collaborations, since the curriculums are quite different, so I think that's why Ma'am Kavita is trying to say that we need to understand the curriculums, need to see where there could be integration. But again, I think as Ma'am Kavita mentioned earlier, that there could be some possible collaboration in the field of culture. I think culture is something which can be academic. It can also be a non-academic or an extracurricular activity. But I think these are all the possibilities which can be further explored. So I'll follow up with Ma'am Kavita and I'll keep you updated, Ibu Tuti, for the same.
We have one more question, Mrs. Kavita, from my student. Yeah, I will read the question. What are the special qualifications for being teacher in Candor? Oh, I think it's from teacher, yeah? From teacher, yeah. Mrs. Kavita, there's a good question for you from my teacher, from the teacher.
Yes.
Yeah? So what are the special qualifications to be teacher in Candor International School?
As we follow international curriculum, we expect the teacher to be master in the subject, as well as they should be qualified and trained by the IB diploma program or the Cambridge program.
I hope that the teacher asking this understand well, and yeah, because maybe very interested to be a teacher there. Yeah.
Most welcome.
Thank you. Is that the last question?
Okay. The next question. Okay, this is from Sman. How many subjects you learn for?
Ma'am Kavita, I would just like to inform you just to have a look at the chat screen. There's one student, I believe, who has written in Hindi text. Mera naam Rajya High School.
High School 2 Yogyakarta में जाम्बुल लोनो शिक्षक का परिचय दें. योगकर्ता में जाम्बुल
I think the student tried their best, but it's a bit confusing, honestly.
Great effort. Your name I can know. You're a high school student, excellent. And Siksha, we will introduce you to the Hindi teachers once we move further into collaboration. We'll definitely introduce you.
Okay, do we have the next question? Yes. It is the question from student Sman or Sman Yogyakarta. How many subjects you learn for Candor students in one semester?
Ma'am, the question was how many subjects do students study in one semester at Candor International School?
Candor International School follows international curriculum where we have subjects to be studied on the course of 2 years. So they take 7 to 9, between 7 to 9 subjects in grade 9, and they study for 2 years. So it's not semester-wise subject, the subject goes for 2 years period. Yeah, and then when they come to IB diploma, they take 6 subjects. When they go to Cambridge, they take either 5 or 4 subjects.
Okay.
Thank you very much for the explanation. And the next question is also from suppose that the students should study at Candor International School. Do all the students have to stay in the boarding when it comes from the school?
Ibu, sorry, we couldn't hear you clearly, Ibu. Could you please repeat? We are not able to hear you.
Yeah.
Suppose that the student should study at Candor International School, should they stay or have to stay in a boarding house or maybe a special apartment from the school?
Yeah, Ma'am Kavita, the question is that do students at Candor International School, do they have to stay in the campus? I mean, do you all have a boarding school, or do they can study, I mean, while they're staying with their parents outside? What is there any policy from the school?
We have day come boarding. Day come boarding means students who are not staying in boarding, they come in the morning around 7:40, 7:45. They have their breakfast and the classes start around 8:20, 8:30. The registration happens. Then they get the snack break, they get the lunch in school, they have the snacks before leaving, they have the transport which is provided by the school, and they reach back home. Those who stay in boarding, it is like a home away from home. They do the classes, and then in the evening they have a different schedule, and there's a house parent who looks after the students who are in boarding. So we have both. We have day come boarding.
Okay, thank you for the explanation.
Namaste, sir. Namaste, Jambuli. That's so sweet.
Okay. Any other question? No? Wait. Or maybe one of the teacher want to ask directly?
Yes, sure.
Okay. No more question? Or maybe if there is any question more, we can send it to email to the school. Yes.
That's the best.
You can put the email to the principal at Candor School and say they can send any queries, they can send there. Correct.
Principal at campus.
Principal at Candor.
Oh, yes. Right. No more question?
I'm just putting my email ID, so if they have any questions, they can write to me. I'm sharing the email ID.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so I will inform the students, yeah, your email, the Candor's email. Yeah,
and kindly send us your email ID so that we can start a conversation.
Okay, because only 5 students for each class attend this meeting. So there are 5 times 27 classes here, but actually more students would like to join. But when the other students would like to make questions, I will send, yeah, I will share the email.
Sure, sure, thank you.
Okay, so the last but not least is for the closing. So thank you very much once more for Mr. Sman Rafi Makija, MBA, Mrs. Kavita Sina is the principal of Candor International Bangalore, and also Mrs. Wirasti Kindarse, SPD Master of Accounting, as the principal of Sman Yogyakarta, and also Ananda and Gabriela, and also all of the teachers, staff, students, and any participant who joined with this seminar about collaborative opportunities between upper secondary school state 2 or Sman Yogyakarta with Candor International School Bangalore as the sister school. Thank you very much. So before closing, can we have a photograph? Okay. Yeah, you ready? Everybody, you may open your camera.
Ma'am Kavita, just to inform you, the Indonesian culture of taking photograph is, it's pretty strong. So, when we meet, believe me, we take a lot of photos, not one, but I would say at least 10. So that tradition continues even in an online meeting. Believe me, that the culture continues. So please, please join us. Please do join us for the group photograph, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes. Thank you very much for the speaker once again, and we hope for the next time we can have the same program, and we can have a student exchange, and we can come to Candor International School. And once again, hope everything will be all right, and everybody of us will be healthy.
They are namaste and we don't do namaste.
Okay. Thank you. Good day, and thank you, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you, Dr. Sridhar, the Dean of Candor International School.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kavita and Mr. Rafi, Bapak Rafi. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you, Ibu Tuti. Yeah, and yeah. Makasih, Bu. Thank you.
Just leave.
The Dean ada Mr. Sridhar.